Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of Ore Campaign 7 Week 1 Day 7 live stream. So today of course is Halloween, so we went as floating head again. But anyways, of course, pretty noteworthy thing as far as what's going on today. We got ourselves the new legend, which we've seen around quite a few times throughout the week. As far as what it ends up doing, nothing too over the top. Obviously, we've seen this thing around all week, but now we can finally actually obtain it. It eliminates all armor from an enemy and then deals some damage to them and all enemies below them. So basically a full AoE attack that does armor tier to the thing that you target, assuming that you target first slot and then work your way down. Basically armor tier their first slot essentially while doing AoE to everything else. Overall, not the greatest of options. Not really going to get much usage, especially compared to all the armor tier weapons. That'll do it better, or if you can get to Megavore, just end up using that. But it's okay. If you don't have too many armor tier options, it could maybe be okay, but even then, just running Mang would probably still end up being a better option. But if nothing else, it's free for Halloween, and it's a nice, easy troop to go and upgrade, since we'll just go throw a blue orb on it. And also we got the free stuff that's trying to remind me of, hey, it's actually reminding us of something useful for once. It's just 50 gems with a couple trait stones, though, nothing too high there. But hey, we'll have a redeem code with 25 gems, so we'll almost match them on that. And I don't think I got anything good for offers. However, we do have some good stuff for Adventure Board aside from that. We actually have, for the first time ever, a verse on the Adventure Board. I didn't even realize this was a thing that they added in the previous patch. But apparently there is a small chance to see verses now on Adventure Board. This is the very first one that has ever occurred, specifically of verse 3. And actually ends up coming with a bit of gems too, so overall pretty good value. Unfortunately, verse 3 is not one I particularly need. But if you do need verse 3, hey, got lucky today for Halloween. But anyways, I might as well go get the troop, go upgrade this thing. Obviously switch to Phoenicia if we have it lying around here. And go max this thing out. If nothing else, it's another star for Govania. But anyways, guys, happy Halloween. Hello, Mister. Hello, Bill. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Rogue. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, let's see. Hello, Easy Breezy. Hello, T3. Hello, Ricardo. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, slower explosions. Get away with it in there. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We need to go over spoilers as well for the next week. But let's go get this one Halloween troop first. Just to get them all nice and shiny. Oh, it's a floating head! Let's see, did I move the mic far enough that you can't see the mic? I think so. I tried to. The shadow is still casted because of how I have my lighting, though. It's still, like, casted upon my face. And it wouldn't work to, like, put something over the top that's green on the mic. Because if this mic is still in front of me, it will just make me invisible of whatever it's covering. So that wouldn't quite work. Oh, let's see, we'll throw that down. But yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget to do the faction. This is the last day for it, as far as the new faction that came out last Friday. Obviously not the last day you could ever do it, but you know, last day you could do the event specifically for it if you haven't already finished it. You sent Kafka a note tonight? Or send Kafka a note tonight? Oh yeah, I need to poke her again. I already did, like, I think twice, but I definitely need to go poke her again tonight. I'm gonna poke her on the forum too. I'm gonna poke her like literally everywhere I could possibly try to poke her. I'll probably do that after the stream. I poked her twice on Discord, but that doesn't seem to be working. Because if I'm not mistaken, let me go check my Discord real quick. There's still no reply. Yep, still no reply. Ah, there we go. There it is. The Flesh Horror. The new troop that was added. Let's go get this guy upgraded. Do keep in mind that it is only possible to get one copy of it currently, and I am not certain if it's in drop table or not. I'm pretty sure it's not. And even if it is, the pure RNG you would need to just randomly find it. Probably not worth going for right now. If you want to try to get more copies, I'd probably just wait for a Golvania event whenever it rolls back around. So I would, if you do want to max it, I would mostly advise just using a single small blue on it. And then you'll be good to go. And now we have it mythicked. And now, of course, we'll get it fully traded, fully leveled. And we'll be good to go. Overall, not really a legend too worth using. But I might mess around with it a little bit later this stream. Of course, we still need to get our 2 copies of Devil. Don't really feel like we need it, but this is the last day to get any copies of it that we are aware of. So definitely make sure to do so. It might not have any purpose into the future, but hey, might as well have a bunch of copies of it. No, we do not want to upgrade it. We already just did. But anyways, let's go over weekly spoilers for the upcoming week. Now we'll mess around with everything else. Let's see. Gyms, that's not where it is. Actually, yeah, we'll check the official Gyms of War first. Because if nothing else, that's the World Lore event info on the official forum. Assuming they've actually been posting it once again, because they were having a little bit of time there where they weren't posting it properly. New faction. Oh yeah, I didn't even see what everyone was discussing there. Flesh Horror Battle Crasher. Where's the... Did they still forget to... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Where's that community manager at? They're not even posting the event thingy. Where is it? There's no new post on... Oh, well, actually, there's another way to get to it. That'd be weird if it's still on the blog thingy, but not there. I think it's under latest news. Yeah, that's the right one. I think. Weekly event. Yeah. Right? No, that's Nintendo's. There's ours. I'm not sure why it's not posted on the forum yet. But here's the event for next week. Just apparently it's posting to our website, but it's not posting to the forum. Unless I just missed it there, but it sure looked like it wasn't there. But anyways, this is still the same info, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, the Lion and the Unicorn is the event that we're going to be getting next week. Pretty noteworthy thing that's happening is not even anything that's coming out, but the fact that it's specifically a Pride's Land event week. One thing that's pretty noteworthy about Pride's Land is it is where you get rope darts. Also, it is a vault weekend next weekend, which means if you don't have the diamond for this thing or any of the resources, you could farm it all next weekend. And you will definitely guarantee leave next week with a rope dart. And I highly, highly advise doing so, as rope dart is absolutely insane. You probably see me using it every single Guild Wars. Probably don't see me using it much otherwise. It's a situational weapon when you use it. However, its win rate is probably one of the highest win rates of any weapon in the game. It's really, really good for that. It's one of only a few weapons that has automatic extra turn. It moves whatever you target the first slot and entangles them. It tears all their armor. Speaking of things better than the legend that we just got today, Rope Dart next week. So if you don't already have it, make sure to go and get it. But that's probably the most noteworthy thing about next week, is not necessarily anything new coming in, but the fact that you can go get Rope Dart. But anyways, as far as the troop, we do have our first instance of just being able to just straight up create wild cards to a decent degree. This thing will create 3 wild cards onto the board for only 10 mana cost. If another ally is enchanted, gain an extra turn. So it actually has extra turn potential if you had it with something like Mistralis, for example. So definitely has some potential there, especially because it has blue synergy. So this could potentially even be used in blue Guild War days. So you could end up using this, have the automatic extra turn with that, and because you're going to have enchant off a single extra turn. So your team will end up having that. You get your extra mana. You have your wild cards, get even more mana on top of that because of auto extra turn. As I mentioned earlier, anything that ends up creating both wild cards and that extra turn thing going to be particularly good. And then enchants a random ally. So technically, well, that's interesting. That wouldn't work for the very first cast, but it does technically mean that every subsequent cast after its first cast, it would have an option to just do the enchant spam. Or, you know, it would already have its own condition off of itself. I wouldn't advise getting your first enchant that way, but theoretically you could, depending on what kind of composition you do. One other pretty noteworthy thing that it has is wild magic. While a lot of things this season will be having wild magic, it's a particularly noteworthy one since it has the capability of creating wild cards with an automatic extra turn. Well, not automatic, but, you know, a conditional extra turn. So it definitely has potential. As far as wild magic is the same as the other one. It's just a 25% chance to create a 2x wild card when matching 4 or more gems, which means you're automatically landing an extra turn to go with it, assuming you're not frozen. It also has some spell armor, but the most relevant thing is, of course, that middle trait combined with its ability. Overall, pretty solid. So this is one of those multi-phase events again, where only the first 2 battles are available, then the 4, then the 6. As far as the scoring, it would appear to be a rarity order, but weird. It sure looks like rarity order, but weird. That's so weird. Why must they do this? Why is every single thing a different amount of points? Why? So, Umanif's a mythic. Leocorn is an epic, but it probably has a special icon. So this is probably epic with special icon. This is a mythic. This is a legend. This is an epic. That's an epic. And that's an epic. Isn't Salamander epic? I'm pretty sure Salamander is epic. That makes things so confusing. Why must it be like this? But it's basically a weird rarity order kind of thing. Yeah, it seems to be a Leocorn and rarity. But then you have like a multi-way tie of different rarities. Or, I mean, of the same rarity within itself. But yeah, it seems to be Leocorn highest priority, and then basically rarity order, except it's slightly different than rarity order, but as long as you do rarity order, you're probably fine. I guess the main thing to note about rarity order is, aside from Leocorn likely being an epic that you have to prioritize, it probably has a special icon. But of the 3 other epics, assuming all 3 of those are epics, Shadow Hunter is the best of the 3. I guess you could maybe do that and then worry about just rarity order, because if I'm not mistaken, all 3 of these, and technically all 4 of these, are the same rarity. This one should have a different icon, so it'll be obvious which one that is. But yeah, if you just prioritize Leocorn and do rarity order, you'll probably be fine overall. But that's so confusing. Not sure why they keep making it so complicated. Also not sure why they don't keep posting on the forum. It's so weird because their website's still auto-posting them, but the forum posts are not going up for whatever reason. Anyways, of course we got other things going on next week. Most noteworthy Rope Dart. Other most noteworthy Vault event next weekend. Let's see. Also most notably, birthday. My birthday's on the 4th. But anyways, let's see. Let's go check the full list. So, things that we got going on next week. We got ourselves a Monday. We got a Monday. No, that's this Monday. Sorry, wrong one. So we got ourselves a standard world event, where it's mostly just rarity order, except focus on that one unicorn thing. We got a faction event, of course, for that of I can never say that, but the Palace faction, where it's of course associated to Pride Lands. Wednesday, I believe this is just gosh, what's it called? Rashka bonus, if I'm not mistaken. That is indeed Rashka bonus. On Thursday, we're going to be having a class event for Sunspear. Pretty decent. It's a perpetual Red Storm hero class that has Entangle, Freeze, triple damage to burning. Has quite a few utility for it, so ends up working out pretty nicely. And then, of course, most notably next week, we got ourselves the weekend Vault event. And I'll be going from Friday and lasting all the way until Monday reset. So standard 3-day Vault event. And it's also the first Vault event of this patch, as well as the first Vault event of the season. Wait, wasn't there something last patch that kind of changed it? Yes. This is actually the first Vault event since we've been passively getting verses. So, of course, verses can appear off of your offers. I know there's something relevant about it. They can appear off your offers. They have a higher chance of appearing underneath the arena now. And apparently, I didn't even realize this one. I don't even think the patch notes mentioned it. But also, they have a chance of appearing on Adventure Board, which we saw for the first time here. So this has been the first time where we've really been able to build up verses prior to a Vault event. Because normally you would just get them all during the Vault event for the most part. So that's pretty interesting to see how that will end up panning out, as a lot of people probably have some more on reserve than they would have in the past. So overall, that's pretty cool. But yeah, it is the first one since that change. And we have 24-star roll Govania. Do we even need anything for the next objective? We do. Upgrade. Oh, no. Oh, no. I forgot about that. Okay, well, time to go upgrade some Govania troops. Otherwise, my middle task will keep getting blocked. So we have to collect 4 pets from Govania. Luckily, there's exactly 4 pets from Govania. Actually, there's 5 pets from Govania. Why does it only show up as 4 then? Collect 4 Govania pets. Probably because I'm exceeding the goal? That's weird. Yeah, we have 5, not 4. But anyways, as far as upgrade 10 Govania troops to silver, I guess we should go do that. Easiest way to do this is to do it by rarity. Base rarity. Just go all the way down to the cheapest ones and just do literally everything at this lower end. And I think we have the medals laying around to go do this. Also, it's only silver, so I technically don't have to max them out. However, for the sake of it, I probably will just max them out. It's not going to take that many resources, so might as well. Throw 2 of these for the other one there. And this will make it so we don't have to end up worrying about it. Did the patch notes mention it? I didn't notice. I must have read over it. I also read over patch notes as soon as they were posted, so they might have adjusted it since then. Because sometimes they tweak a few things in the patch notes as they realize things or whatever other reasons. Because sometimes the patch notes that they get released at is the different than what it is after they change it after like a day or so. Because they sometimes make a few adjustments here or there if they forgot anything or anything else. But I don't recall it being in the very first draft of the patch notes. I'm pretty sure if we actually went to the post on it, it would have like multiple edits on it. Let's see, 5.7? I'm pretty sure the number average is going to be like 3 or 4 edits. Let's see, is this it? Can't tell because of the text. That's the Switch version. Where's the non-Switch version? Why would that even be the first one that appears? Should be this one then. Let's see. How many edits did it... Wait, 5.7. This is the right one, right? Yeah, that's the right one. Ah, it was only edited once. Interesting. Normally it has multiple edits. Apparently it wasn't changed that much. Interesting. Anyways. Let's see. We did 2 of them, right? So we still need another 3. So basically everything rare and below seems like we're going to need to upgrade. Biggest 3 would be that, that, and then that. And then we don't worry about the other ones. Alright, so now we've gotten ourselves into the rare category. So we'll throw down one of these. 2 of the other one, and then the other thing. Let's see. Let's see. Let's happy Halloween, Jacob. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. What were you mentioning, Define? I don't see your other posts. Should you get a second Weaver overall? I would probably say yes. I would go get a second Weaver. It might be available next week as well. I don't think we have confirmation on that yet, which is kind of weird because it's right around the corner. But I would get your Weaver right now if you haven't already, just in case it's not available next week. However, there is a chance that Arachnian Weaver actually is available next week. So be interesting to see how that pans out, as pretty much everyone will own it because we have a Vault event weekend going on. So it will be possible. But yeah, if you haven't already gotten Weaver, I would consider it, regardless of what point you are in the game. And getting a second one is definitely worth considering. Getting a second one's mostly relevant if you're super early or super late in the game. Super early because you could run through most of the game just running double Weaver. And super late because you have enough resources where getting a second Weaver doesn't mean anything as far as denting those resources for the most part. But in the mid game, you might want to not end up getting it. Just save the diamonds for something different. Like if you're still in the process of getting the mythic for most of the kingdoms, you probably wouldn't necessarily want to get a second Weaver quite yet. Even if it is cheaper. But you definitely want to get one copy, of course. Let's see. But later on in the game, when you have most of the stuff, you might as well just get the second one. No reason not to. I've been meaning to pick up a second copy of some of the better mythics, too. I did it for Grey King. We ended up doing it for Weaver. Actually, I ended up getting 2 copies of it, so now we have 3. I don't think I would ever need 3 for our team, though. 3 is kind of overkill. I just did it for the fun of it. You do have 2. No, you don't have 2 upgrades yet. Whoops, I almost overspent. That wouldn't have mattered. Those things are really common. Also, I gotta be careful not to overly dip on those rares there. But I think that's the last one we needed. Also, we technically only have to do silver right now. I just want to get them to gold so they're all the way. Don't bother me if it's not. There we go. So we got our 10 Govania troops upgraded as they requested. And there we go. But yeah, starting to get to the point where we need to do that for kingdoms. I think that's the 3rd or 4th kingdom that now requires you to, or not requires, but in order to, well, technically in the 2 of them it is required, the 25-star kingdoms. But anything that's 24 or 25-star would technically need you to go upgrade it, because even if you're 24-star, even though it can't dip into 25-star, you would still need the upgrade so it doesn't keep blocking your middle offer every single day. Otherwise, occasionally it would block your middle offer, as well as some of your arena offers if you're running arena daily. But anyways, I kind of want to go copy or farm for those copies of the devil. I think we have most of them that we really need. However, yeah, we have way more than enough. However, it is still possible to get another 2 copies right now. So I'm kind of tempted to, just for the sake of doing so. Because there's really no reason not to. Before I do, though, we should probably go clear out adventure board and the other thing. Just to not forget, get our nice little bits of loot. Apparently, we got to go do a bunch of kills in the area, too. So we might go do that in an area where we can get a lot of the same color in order to get our objective done. Let's see. You finally got Sylveon and the... Oh, nice! From the Pokemon Unite thing. Congrats. I've still been doing the daily system for that, even though we don't stream it too often. I tend to only stream it when something happens in the game. They have a new season reset happening, I believe, in a week. I believe that's next week's week, not this week's week. So I'd probably be too busy with Animal Crossing to even notice it. Unless they're doing like a huge rebalance thing. Oh no, they might. We might do a stream for it one day. Because this is season 2 starting up, I believe. So a season shift isn't going to be as impressive as like a season shift for something like Fall Guys, for example. Where it's like a gigantic event. I feel like for that game it would be like relatively smallish. Unless you just like overhaul the balance of the game or add a bunch of stuff or something. Let's see. Let's get that over. grab our explosion, then we just kill it out and be good to go. I said, hello, Bruno. Welcome. And I hope all of you have been having a wonderful Halloween. I don't feel like I did too much to celebrate it, though. Though instead of candy, I did end up just ordering some pizza and a few things. It was pretty good. That's my celebration this year. Just order out some food. And doing Darkest Dungeon as we did earlier. Definitely quite a Halloween-y themed game, that's for sure. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we got our diamonds, got the other thing. Where does it want me to kill? Green? So I guess we'll go farm our copies of Devil and Farce of Thorns. I'm going to use the 2-cast team, though, just to make sure we have enough damage, just in case. Even though quite a few battles will probably still die in 20, I do want to have the 25, just to make sure literally all the battles will. I think it's this one, if I'm not mistaken. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Hey, well... well, found him. There's one of them. Oh, that's kind of funny. Alright, let's go find the other one. That was quick. Literally the first battle of our farming. It's like, oh, there you go. Wouldn't that be funny if this next one is double in a row? Oh, that would have been too perfect. Could you imagine? Well, that was kind of nice. Very first battle that we tried to actually get it, and we got it. Let's go get the second copy now. That was definitely the quickest that has gone so far. Oh, I thought that was going to be him for a second. No. It's going to take us probably another 10 minutes to find him, though. Found the first copy quick, though, luckily. How about this? Once we find the second copy, we'll hand out the Juicy redeem code. I still never got more, so that might be the only code we do tonight. However, it does have 25 gems in it instead of the normal loot, which is theoretically about 3 times better than the normal loot. Because if you want to, you could pretty much get 3 gem keys out of that instead of just the 1. Plus, you could just use it for whatever, instead of being forced to have to use it for a gem key. We don't have too many of them left, though. And Kafka still never gave me more codes. I'm gonna poke her literally everywhere tonight. Because she should be in the office in the next hour or two if she's not already. Since it is Monday in Australia now. It's Monday morning. You got 2 devils back to back today? Nice. We found our first devil in like 0 seconds. I'm pretty sure our second one will take like 20 minutes now because of that. We'll get like super lucky on the one, and then the other one's gonna be like, nope, doesn't want to drop. Well, when it does, we'll go hand out the Halloween code then. Unfortunately, we don't have any special Halloween loots in it. That'd be fun if we could get something that had like one of the old Halloween pets in it. Because I know they've done that in the past. I've never really been able to get too many of them though. I think we did like one ages ago. It's hard to get them to make custom codes for me though. These days it's hard to even get any codes. But hopefully Kafka will get around to that soon. What toppings? Pineapple, of course. That is the only correct topping. That's good. There actually is a lot of good toppings. But pineapple is amazing on pizza. No one can say otherwise. Oh no, I think the only people who don't like pineapple on pizza are people who just don't like pineapple. For the most part. It's such a good combination. Let's see. Both the forum says Kafka was active last 2 days ago. Anchovy, double cheese, and bacon. I can't recall if I've ever had anchovies. I think I have before. I don't think I like hated or liked them. Like they were something that wasn't really that memorable if I have had it. I'm pretty sure I have, and it was just like, oh yeah, it's just like a fish thing. I don't think I hate them though. I know some people just like absolutely despise anchovies. Hey, there he is. You know what that means. Floating head gives out code. I was going to do the Plague Doctor mask and wanted to for the other stream too. But it is just too hard to see out of it. I need to get a better one. Or not necessarily a better one, but, you know, one where I could actually wear glasses. Because the way that the other one's shaped is just literally impossible to wear glasses underneath them. And it'd be hard to play things without it. Because I know the one time that we did try streaming with it, it was, like, so hard to see anything. Because I couldn't really use my glasses. Anyways, let me go get you guys the juicy code. Not just a normal code, but the gem code. Actually, how many gem codes do we have left? Let me do a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have a dozen gem codes left and 2 normal codes left. That does mean we are basically out of normal codes. That means we have enough codes to last us till Tuesday. So that means Wednesday, if we don't get more codes by then, might not have a code. However, Thursday for my birthday, I'll hand out a big code as well. Maybe even 2 big codes. We'll see. Then again, I do need to save at least 1 of the big codes for the 7-year anniversary of the game and stuff like that. Okay, maybe 1 big code on our birthday. Because we're running low on codes. If we're going to get a bunch of them from Kafka, then we can splurge and start handing out like a billion of them again. But we're running really low. Let's see. I'm looking for the code section so I can put it in real quick and get you guys the link. So I really need to get a new mouse pad for this thing. The other one was starting to like shed so much I had to throw it out. That's something I forgot to pick up when I was shopping the other day. Let's see. Right now I'm literally just using like a brochure thing as like the thing because it was like kind of thick, so I'm literally just like using it as like a piece of paper. Like one of those thicker pieces of paper. I'm using that as my mouse pad for my second mouse, the one for the other computer. Not the main one that I use, but the, not this one that's moving on screen, but the other one that's giving out the code right now. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemsawar.com or if the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever game says right over here is where you put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chats. Copy paste random numbers and letters. And it gives a different reward than always. 25 gems. And stuff that aren't 25 gems, but mostly 25 gems. And double the amount of gold, and I can't remember how many souls. 200 souls? So it's technically 2.5 times as many. But, yeah, 2.5 times as many souls, 2 times gold, and the only thing that matters there is what it gives. Ah, there you guys go. Enjoy. Okay, so... let's see. We did the thing. We did the other thing. I guess we kind of have to keep farming there, though. Maybe we'll get a third devil. Because I actually got to kill 100 more green. This is the top one's different for everyone. However, we did get lucky today on this Halloween. And we actually got to go kill a bunch of greens for 100 gems. So I might as well actually just keep doing this since we already got to... who knows? Maybe we'll get like a third devil or 4th one. But I got to do it so we at least get the green kills if nothing else. Will we have more big codes in the future? Well, we have 7 left. As far as getting more from devs of the game, I would sure hope so. I haven't really asked for big codes lately, though I did in the most recent ask for codes. Because I was mentioning that Halloween's around the corner, which unfortunately wasn't able to get codes before then, but of course we still have some big codes left. But I was trying to get some for Halloween, was trying to get one for my birthday so we could hand one out, and was trying to get one for the 7-year anniversary of the game. However, I have still not heard back from Kafka for like a week now. Because I sent that the other week. And still haven't gotten them. I only have 2 normal codes left as well, so... It's going to be probably the more problematic one. Because then we might not have codes for a week or a couple weeks until she gets around to that. I'm pretty sure she'll get around to it in the next day or 2, though. So there probably won't be a gap in time without them, but you never know. I know there was times where I had to ask for like literally an entire month before someone on the dev team actually got around to it. Takes them a while sometimes. Did I look at the upcoming Mythic already? Which one? The one on November 5th? Yes. Because that one's only a week away. Actually, it's 10 less than a week. It's 5 days away. Or sorry. Today is, yeah, today's Sunday. I'm losing track of days. But, yeah, it's only 5 days away. But yeah, last I recall wasn't anything too special. Because I actually kind of forget what it does now. We have gone over it before, though. I'm pretty sure once I look at it again, I'll just, like, instantly remember. I don't believe it was anything super noteworthy. Where'd it go? Where's the mythic? It should be right here. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, I remember this thing. As soon as I saw that troop art, it's like, yep, that thing. There it is. So the Flaming Oni, this is the mythic next Friday. It's a mythic daemon from Goblin. It's a mythic from Zejin. It's a daemon goblin. 22 mana cost, summon 3 random goblins and explode magic +1 green gems, gain an extra turn. So he's a mass exploder with auto extra turn, with the capability of just resummoning an entire team of extra turn troops, because every goblin in the game has extra turn on its ability. It also gets to convert 2 red gems to burning gems, which I'm not sure we know what burning gems do. I actually forgot about that. If I had to guess, it burns and or fairy fires a random enemy when taking them. Hopefully both. If it's just burn, it's going to be really underwhelming. If it's burn and fairy fire, it's going to be questionably underwhelming, but at least it could be a way to apply fairy fire as well. It really depends what it does. But overall, it's pretty average. If it does burn and fairy fire, he'll definitely be somewhat decent. But if it's just burn, he's probably going to be completely dead content. Because there's not too many good ways to fairy fire in the game. There's Queen Titania and a few others, but it definitely feels like a stats effect that has a bit of lack of options. Oh yeah, he also has a storm thing, of course, as well. Because he has a summon a firestorm to start a battle. Of course, it's pretty easy to get overwritten, though. Anything that's like storm at start a battle tends to be very hit or miss. Because if the enemy has any storm at start of battle, it overwrites your storm. Because it goes from top left to bottom right. So even if you had like 4 storms at start of battle on your team, and the enemy just had 1, theirs would have priority over yours. Because it triggers from top left to bottom right order. Burn is strong in Arena, however, there's no way to draft him in Arena. He's a mythic. But yeah, Burn's very strong in Arena. Outside of Arena, Burn's mostly just used for triple damage burning hero class teams. Very rarely do you burn to try to do damage later in the game. Just because both burn and poison tend to be very underwhelming. So much so, poison's basically a positive stats effect later in the game, as weird as it may seem. Because you can use the HP proc in order to proc traits that trigger when taking HP damage. And the 1 damage is basically nothing when you have like over 100 HP. It's kind of funny, but there are a couple negative stats effects that can be considered positive. And bleed is one of them. I mean, poison is one of them. Bleed can be too. It's basically a poison that triggers every turn. Like a 1 stack of bleed is technically more beneficial than poison on you. If assuming you have a trait that triggers on damage. Yep, last day for Skylycanthropy. Yeah, we could probably say goodbye for it forever, for at least like a year, because it's probably not coming back again until next Halloween. Yeah, say goodbye to the Skylycanthropies. Today's the last day. If you still feel like using it for factions, this is also your last day to try to use it for that. I wouldn't really advise it though. Their drop rate's so low, it'd be really unrealistic to try to use it that way. During the Lycanthropy event, it was a little bit more common. It was maybe possible. And I'm pretty sure some people still tried during this event, but they're kind of rare enough that you wouldn't really be able to that well. Because the whole gimmick would be to transform your team into different beasts that are better than what the faction already has. I don't feel like that many people try doing it, however, it is a strategy to do pure factions. That can be useful for pure factions that have really bad options. Do you think potions are coming back? Probably at some point. I feel like Christmas would be a good time to bring back potions if they're doing a special thing for it. Potion gems seem kind of Christmassy. Not exactly, but if I could think of like any time to bring them back, that'd probably be the time. That or New Year's. Christmas potions. Have you done Arena with the wild cards? I actually haven't been messing with Arena much lately. In the last week, no, I don't think we've even done our daily arenas. I think I did one arena on Monday, because I'm pretty sure it was required for the weekly objectives. However, I don't think I've done a single arena beyond that this week. I'm pretty sure. But wild cards, I don't feel like they're going to have as big of an impact as some of the other power gems we've had in the past. It could definitely be an interesting burst of mana. There's not as many ways to cycle the board in arena, though, compared to when you're outside of arena. So it wouldn't end up working out too well. I know potion gems absolutely were like devastating when they were in arena, because there's just so much more mana accumulation. Wild cards are a bit different though. Like, they can be a lot of mana accumulation, but they do it in quite a bit of a different way. There's a lot less of a loopable way as well. It's more of like just like a gigantic mana burst, and that benefits more so higher mana cost troops rather than lower mana costs. And most things in arena are lower mana costs. Or something like potion gems helped both. But wild cards definitely have more of a benefit to like anything like 15 plus mana cost. Particularly double converters. Double converters are really good with wild cards. Why did I do that? Oh, I was gonna say, it's like, I thought that was extra turn. Well, it still was off the sky. Nice. But I definitely feel like wild cards benefit higher mana cost troops more than lower mana costs. At least relative to potions anyways. Also, one thing to consider about wild cards too, you cannot explode them for any value. When a wild card is exploded, it does nothing. Like, literally nothing. Whereas if his potions were exploded, obviously they did a lot. They still did their full effect. Which I think is the main thing that's kind of making wild cards a bit worse. Like, they're not bad, but at least relative to potions. It didn't matter if you matched them or exploded them. Potions gave the exact same amount of value. Actually, every power gem pretty much up to this point would give the same amount of value when matched or exploded. While wild cards are a bit different, where you only get the value if it's specifically converted, or, you know, not converted, but matched on the board. So converters and stuff like that have a lot more of a benefit with it, since you can't just like explode it for value or anything like that. You actually have to do board control of some sort to get it aligned with other colors. Which is definitely a bit of a factor. Yeah, we need 13 more green kills. Also, we didn't get a single additional copy of the devil. Has anyone actually ever gotten a third copy of the devil? Like, what's the verdict on that? Like, I wasn't keeping up with it too much. Like, when a bunch of people said it's like only 2 per day, and some of them are like grinding forever, it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to grind that long. But has anyone actually gotten a third copy? Is it just that absurdly rare, but still possible technically? Because that seems like quite a diminishing return. Like, if you can get the first one with like no effort, the second one pretty much with no effort, but then the third is like near impossible. You just got your 4th? Interesting. You've got 13 in total? Oh yeah, that's definitely multiple per day. Because I think I'm at 8 right now, if I'm not mistaken. Right? I think it's 8. How many copies of Devil do we have? We have 8. Yep, 8 on the dot. Not like we need that many. That's way more than enough. So it's definitely possible then. It just had such a diminishing return. But at least they didn't take forever to fix it, if nothing else. Because even though it wasn't really working on that Tuesday, at least beyond that point in them working every single day. It would have been annoying if it was like Friday and it's like, oh, still not working. That would have been a gigantic controversy if so. Oh Oh yeah, we still got some battles for these. Gosh, some people go really high on that. We're up to 14 million. Like, they're beyond where even leaderboard would be. Like, if we did no skip the entire time with how many we bought up to, which is 7 tier 7s, I'm pretty sure that is like 2 point something million, like really high 2 point something million. Maybe very low 3 point something million. Like this right here, I'm pretty sure is almost like 10 buys, 9 buys. Like I'm almost guaranteed it's more than 7. And that's 100% no skip as well. And also trying to do correct multiplier order. And then if you go beyond that then, I thought that was Isabel for a second. It's Isabel. I was gonna say, when did you start going for faction leaderboards? But I don't think you ever try for these, do you? It's normally not worth it. Some people go like really, really far with these. Like even if we did every room, like right here is like double of if we did tier 7, no skip, doing every single battle to full completion. Like these scores right here are like double that as far as how many points. And then that's like a double of the double. So even if we did pure no skip with tier 7, we'd have 1/4 for what first place leaderboard is, pretty much. Maybe even slightly less than that, maybe like 1/5. That's quite a bit of grinds. You're lucky enough to get 500 pure factions done, yeah. This one wasn't too bad though. That legendary was quite the tank. Let's see. Please look at the what? I'm not sure what you were mentioning, Poink. I think you mistyped something there. Let's see. Also, hello, Poink, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Barbara. Have you done it? No, I already answered that. Let's see. Yeah, Poink, I do not understand the question. So what was I looking for? I was about to go check something, completely forgot what it was now. Also, all the campaign rewards are so deep this time around. But I'm pretty sure they did that deliberately so that it'd all be past the other thing. Second place in leaderboard didn't do pure faction, really? Can you actually even check? How would you even check that? I guess you could check it on the profile? No, you wouldn't even be able to check it on the profile, would you? I guess theoretically you could if they had everything max somehow. Like, it'd be obvious if we didn't have the 8 pure faction done. Because we'd be kind of like dipping a little bit in those points. That'd be something that would be hard to tell, though. It's a tragedy. Did we finish the other event? Yeah, we did. We did all the things. Alright, anyways. We didn't do daily arena, though. No, just in the end, you had no problems with the insta-kill in the faction. Yeah, honestly, it wasn't that big of an issue. When we did pure faction, we didn't have any deal. When I was showing the other team for someone else that wanted to see, I think we died once when we were messing with this team. But definitely can be an issue. Can you tell from looking at the profile? I can go check real quick. So if I go over to guild, go over to, that's not what I wanted. Go over to games, go over to bounty, I mean the current event. And then click over to leaderboard. Which one did you say it was? Oh, that's weird. Huh. They haven't done any pure faction. Actually, it's only at 2,000. But they're still grinding it out. That's a bit weird. Or maybe it just hasn't updated? That's strange. But yeah, they don't have any pure factions done. I guess that theoretically could happen, though. Though that does seem kind of unlikely. Because if you're going that far, you generally would. Yeah, this seems slightly out of place. Because obviously, like, almost everyone you click on here, they're going to be, like, pure 2,500s down the line for the most part. If not, most if not every single one of them. If they're going this far. Maybe not literally all of them, but you know. Like, generally speaking, you're going to see, like, 3 2,500s here. Of some kind. If they're going that far onto a single faction like this. But yeah, that is a bit weird. And that one just got his second one. It's been doing some of the more recent ones. This probably looks like somewhat a newer player. You can tell by the level. Like, this one looks really realistic as well. Or, not like that one, but, like, this looks really realistic. Because this one is someone who started somewhat, recently. But is, like, super, super active. Because they did it for RimWorld, which is a recent faction, and Blackheart, which is a recent faction. Yeah, that's super strange to see someone go for leaderboard, but not take pure faction. Because generally, it's like the whole point of why you go that far, other than to try to make leaderboard. Yeah, it could just be that she doesn't know, I'm not sure. It just seems kind of weird that you'd go that far in leaderboard and not take pure faction. Because that's kind of one of the points. Or maybe they're so busy trying to make leaderboard that they didn't have time to bother doing pure faction once. Because you only have to do it once. You could literally wait till like the last hour of the event and then boom, you'd be good to go. But anyways. But she might not know about it given that she hasn't done it. But she did do it for like 2 of the kingdoms at least start it. You hit 4.6 million, no skip. Does it actually go that high? Oh, wow. I didn't even realize it goes that high with that. Never mind. Gosh, maybe we need to start trying a no skip. I just hate how kind of time consuming you can end up getting though. Because we'd probably be spending, if we did no skip this weekend for this, with the how many battles we bought, I'm pretty sure it would have taken us like 2 to 3 hours longer on it. At least 3 hours, if not longer. That's a lot more grinding to have to do. Also, all the rewards that you get from this, aside from like some of the leaderboard orbs and stuff like that, like we already have like 1 billion of. I think we still have like over what, 10,000 shards just laying around? Like a very big number. I mean, 10,000. I meant 100,000. I meant. Still got like 1 billion of them just sitting around. Anyways, let's see. Let's go do some Explore 12. Oops, not that. See if we can get a Nisha or Anu tonight. Where is Govania? Ah, the good old Govania as well. Actually, you know what? I should probably mess with the new troop. Hold up, instead of doing that. I feel like the new troop, it's still something Govania related as well. Because isn't it from Golem? I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, should be. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Yeah, there it is. Alright, let's go mess with this troop real quick. It's not really one too worth using, but we'll mess with it. So, Flesh Golem. This would be... What's your unique trait again? Gain 2 to a random skill when my turn begins, which is pretty bad. Everything about him seems kind of meh. I guess the main gimmick that you would kind of try to do is maybe synergize him with other armor tiers and kind of do a bit of an AoE in that regard. I don't know, it just seems kind of out of place. Because, for example, you armor tier the first enemy and then you do some AoE damage. You're then hitting every other troop's armor. So if you're then casting him a second time, well, you already damaged some of their armor and then you're full armor tiering them. It's just a bit of a weird conflict. Because realistically, any cast beyond 1 cast would have diminishing return on this troop. Like, you would get most of his value from his very first cast, and then get almost no value afterwards. It almost reminds me, you know what? Maybe he's supposed to be kind of like that. Like a weaker version of Megavore? Because Megavore you generally cast once to get most of its value, and then you generally don't cast it much beyond that. And this troop kind of seems like that kind of troop, where you'd use it with a physical damage composition, cast them once on first slot, and worry about casting the rest of your team for the rest of the time. I'll catch you later, Rogue. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good Halloween. But I'm pretty sure that's what you would end up doing with it. It counts as a undead, right? We're going to make an undead team out of this. Let's go do this with, like, I almost want to use Grey King, but no. Let's use you. And again, I kind of want to go physical damage with it. I personally feel like a pure physical would work the best. I almost want to use Infernus with it, to be honest. Like an Infernus, it would help if I'm not searching in Govania. And then have like a big mana accumulator and just kind of go from there. Maybe even make it pure purple. Throw, go. Actually, we could get away with Throw. What are we missing color-wise then? We technically don't necessarily even need a hero. But at that point, I kind of want to use Archmages at that point. If we're kind of going down that route. Isn't there a weapon that kind of does that? Hold up. What's the color of Dustbringer again? Because we can actually make that work. Oh, wait. Dustbringer is actually the perfect colors, right? Oh, it is. Ooh. Hold up. We can make this work. We can definitely make this work. We'll even put Throw in first slot. Switch to Archmages. Oh, that's not horrible. It's not the greatest. But it would make the new troop work. Which I kind of want to put you in the last slot, though. Like, we still need him to get mana, but we don't need him to get mana, like, immediately. We just need him to eventually get mana. Ideally, before we cast in... well, technically, before we... oh, no, I guess it wouldn't necessarily matter. Well, you would still kind of want it first, but... like, beyond him casting first, or once, you wouldn't really need it again. Like, maybe a double cast, but beyond that, wouldn't really get much value. His first cast is where most of his value will lie. The weird thing is we don't have like any duplicate colors in the bottom area. So I'm like trying to think of like a second color and it's like, oh, there isn't really a second color we need. To such a degree, honestly, I might just run a double purple banner and go +5 purple and nothing else. Wait, doesn't it show only purple? But there we go. Alright, let's roll with that. Up tributes ready as well. Let's see what this can do. Yeah, 24 tributes. Hey, we almost got the redeem code in gems right there. There we go. Alright, let's see what this thing can do. For a second, I thought that was going to be a real gnome. For a second, over top the fake gnomes, that would have been hilarious. Let's see what this new legend has in stores. So I'm going to do this just to get full mana on it. Oh, he almost has no armor to tear. No! You know what? I'm going to AoE this. Oh, but then they really have no armor to tear. Well, he could do that. Still get an AoE. Also, armor tears whatever he touches, though in this particular battle that did basically nothing. And he just win. Also, the armor tier does, like every other armor tier, it does take the armor away prior to applying the damage. Which means you're basically just doing that much damage to them. So for example, let's say you're doing 70 damage and they have 70 HP but like 500 armor. It would still kill them. Because you're tearing the armor before you do the damage. Every armor tier in the game works that way. Including it, of course. I just realized we're up against a loop team. That's not nice. Also, I didn't get all my mana there. That's even worse. It's gonna be a weird battle. I got a kill as well. I need that lucky desperate. Oh, speaking of rope dart, by the way. Hello, rope dart. Let's find a team that won't matter if we keep giving it turns. That one shouldn't matter as much. But yeah, he really just feels like a weaker version of Megavore. Even Megavore I don't personally use too often. It's not a bad option though. But it's basically just a way weaker Megavore that doesn't have the insta-kill proc. And also doesn't have Impervious. But it's basically like a Megavore that has to hit first slot that doesn't fully armor tier the rest of the team. And he suffers from a big Megavore issue as well. In that he has to pass his turn to do it. It's one of the reasons why Rope Dart is actually so ridiculously good and is available next week. Highly advise messing around with it, as it's basically a better version of this troop and a better version of Megavore, though there are some instances where Megavore is situationally useful for those. Gosh, how many loses do you want to get in a row before we can even cast? But Rope Dart has a lot of fixes to those kind of issues. The main one being that it auto-extra turns, which fixes pretty much every issue that Megavore and this thing has. Oh, it already stole the armor. No, well, I'll do it this way. So we could full armor tier that one. And then we could just throw down like an AoE, throw down a Furnace, and boom, we're good to go. But yeah, as is kind of expected, the Legend's kind of average. Nothing too special. It's really just like a way weaker rope dart. Do I have a team set up with rope dart right now? I feel like one of my Guild War teams would. Which one of my defend Guild War teams have it? Because we're definitely going to need to mess with rope dart next week. Kind of just want to mention, mess with it now real quick just to kind of show its difference compared to this troop. Do I not have one set up? That's surprising. Do I really have no rope dart set up on my Guild War defense? Oh, I need to change that later. Oh, well, we'll make a rope dart team now. So as far as rope dart, let's see, a couple different ways we can go about it. I don't feel like I use it as often. It's a bit of more of a situational weapon, but definitely one that you can kind of put into anything. Like, I'll try like maybe a little bit of a cheaper one, though. I kind of want to use it with a mythic. I might try doing it like kind of cheap just to kind of show it. Because you just like rope dart, finish it out, and then repeat. What's a good like early game cleanup troop? Early game cleanup troop. I'm trying to think. Rowain, no. Let's see. Though she technically does do that. I almost want to use what's his name? Does he gain extra turn on kill? Oh gosh, I can't remember his name. That one red blue from Mrs. Scales. Why can I not remember his name? It's a premise of team that I absolutely love that I wish was slightly more viable. Because it has so much potential. Why on earth do I forget his name? Raven. There he is. But that's a free epic that you get. And then you end up doing it. Let's see, we need like a brown-green. That's early game related. Ha! Black Beast! We actually could get away with it. We don't have resummon though. That's a really funny early game option. Honestly, if you haven't tried Black Beast in early game, it is like auto win. There's so many weird gimmicks you could do with that thing. It's pretty insane. Look for like a cheap brown. You know what? Ogress. So I'm concerned we might not have enough. Well, you could still make it work. That's super cheap then. Okay, and then we just change it to. Should we definitely change our class? Change our class to something like. Where's the one that has like infinite resummon? Thief Hero class. Just to play it safe. And then we change our banner to something like. We definitely want to go into rope dart manas. And since we need more blue than yellow, we'll go like +2 blue, +1 yellow. And -1 red, I don't think would really hurt us here for the most part. Oh, I kind of want to go the other way around though. That minus green, but that's fine. It's only on Ogress. Yeah, we can do something like that. And this would be like a very cheap way to do it. Okay, let's see. Just need a good purple. I have to take that for now. Just to get a rope dart rolling. Okay, does he have stealthy on it? No, he does not. That's a grave mistake. You should always set stealthy on your rope dart. Otherwise, that will happen. I mean, not on your rope dart. Well, technically rope dart as well. We do have stealthy set to it. You generally want to use it with stealthy hero class so it doesn't get targeted. However, you also want to set stealthy onto life and death for that reason. Because rope dart just is such a good way to target it out. But then we could just go for Raven. Get a kill. Auto extra turn. Rope darts. Board clear. Rinse. Repeat. Kill. Board clear. Rope dart. No, he transformed me! My whole plan! It has been ruined. Oh no. Like, wait, it's still a mana accumulator though. Wait, he just transformed my... He just transformed my Thrall into a Marilith. Which for all intensive purposes are the exact same troop, kind of. Oh, that's funny. You don't have to worry about freeze though. Rope dart is countered by freeze. That's kind of funny. Let's see. And then we kill that out. Get her destroy and we're good to go. Yeah, sacrificing troops can be annoying to use, that's for sure. Oh, he doesn't have any boost ratio though, see? So we'd actually have to poke here because we don't have the mana. And then instead. And hey, gets the job done. Oh, we got a fishy too. My PvP team has rope dart. Oh yeah, don't we use it for that's the more expensive team though. I wanted to show a cheaper team. But yeah, we use it for Rogue Spider. Rogue Spider ends up incorporating rope dart. I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, I have it in my Rogue Spider. There's a lot of really meta teams for it. I kind of want to almost recover another video on rope dart. There's a couple of really weird meta teams. Just wanted to show a kind of cheap one. Where on earth is my Rogue Spider? It is. But yeah, rope dart, Night Spider, Mother Darkness, Captain McCall. That's not the best way to use it, but it's definitely a really fun team. Do we still are missing some pets? No, we have all the pets in the game. We don't have every pet in the game max, but we own all the pets. There's not a single pet we're missing. Once again, another starting board that doesn't have purple, which is kind of unfortunate. Since that's the most important color for this team. A little annoying not having it. Also, if we die to Death Mark, this is almost over, because this team actually does require literally every component. So if we die to that Death Mark, it is over. I think we're dead. He just has too much end-game stuff. No, let me do my fun team. I want to use our fun low-level team. No, he has killed us with Weaver. Weaver, stop being so insanely meta. As I'm going to Beatrix, as if I'm hoping that would be any better. Beatrix is even worse. As in better. Also, can we not get frozen? Are you just using Frost Mage? No, that's just us starting freeze. Starting freeze is so annoying. There's a couple hero classes that have it. Luckily, I don't think it's actually going to affect us. Though it will affect Raven, so he's actually not going to be able to clean up kills here. Aw, we're going to have to use a real team. Aw, I want to use the fun things, though. I like what Raven can do. Honestly, I wish Raven was more meta. Like, the premise of Raven is one of my, like, probably top 10 favorite troops in the entire game. Though it is so absurdly bad. It reminds me of another troop I loved using in the past that's also kind of absurdly bad in the current state of the game, and that is, oh gosh, what's it called? Emperina. Emperina is such a fun premise. It's just so absurdly bad. Relative to the current meta of the game. Oh, I should have actually done the other one. Whoops, I'm not sure why I did that. Stealthy caught me off guard. Any more summons you want to do? Gosh. Any more summons you want to do? This thing has like a 90% chance to summon off his 35%. There we go, finally, gosh. Oh, oops, I thought that was enough damage, Phil. That is, though. But yeah, and then there's things like Rogue Spider for rope dart. There's also quite a few weird true damage teams that you can end up building around it. Though technically, this is one of those weird true damage teams, the Rogue Spider. Which is still personally one of my favorite teams in the entire game. Rope dart in general tends to have really weird control over the battle. That's kind of fun to mess around with. Because there's a lot of movement capabilities that you have onto the opposing team. As far as reorienting them. So I can just throw this down if he'll ever let me get a cast, gosh. And it was kind of just one already. I probably shouldn't have that in first. If that dies, it's gonna freeze us. Slightly bad idea moving that there. I think we still end up killing it though, just for the sake of it. We'll do it from there though. Oh gosh, a summon. All of the loop, all of the potential, all of the brokenness. Oh, I did that. Actually, I didn't have Mother of Darkness. And then we win. I wanted to save the freeze for last just to make sure we didn't have to deal with it. Yeah, this team is very, 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 very broken with loopage. It's not the quickest thing that you could be running for PvP though. You waste a lot of time like building up and taking extra turns and everything. It's a lot of fun to mess around with. And one of the funnier rope dart builds. But I wouldn't really advise using this for the most part if you're trying to go like quick. It's actually relatively slow compared to some other options. It's just a lot of fun to use. It's probably the biggest benefit that it has. It's quite an interesting playstyle to it. Did he really just kill my rope dart? That's unfortunate. Speaking of rope dart, hello rope dart. It's the rope dart battles. What's sad is we could actually still lose this just because he has because he has Beatrix. Because Beatrix is actually enough to just kill us and win. If it feels like it. As long as it doesn't decide it wants to loop, we should be fine. As long as our spider has higher determination to loop than that bee, we should be fine. But yeah, Rogue Spider is insane at looping. What's called Night Spider, but you know, it's used in pure rogue teams. Oh, thank you, Defiance. I'll definitely keep an eye out for it. Oh, also, we just got verse 4. Unfortunately, that's not verse 2. Let's make sure he doesn't get away. We got it. Look at that. We got to end on verse 2. Yeah, we'll probably cover a rope dart video this week. There's actually 2 videos I kind of want to cover. Both rope dart and Weaver. Technically together as well, no. You actually could use Weaver with rope dart. However, it's kind of complicated because using rope dart moves them to front. So unless you have like a really high loop ability, it's normally not used together. If rope dart moved them to the back, it would be like perfect synergy. But it does the exact opposite of that. Which of course, yeah, it doesn't quite work out. But anyways, guys, I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful Halloween. We will be back tomorrow at the same time as always. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our Pirates Now tomorrow. No midday stream tomorrow, though we probably will for most rest of the week. Probably do a big variety stream on the 4th as well, since it's our birthday. I don't currently have any plans for it. It doesn't seem like I'm going to have any plans for it. Because the few plans I do have, I'm almost kind of celebrating it the week after, to a degree. So, yeah, I should be free on my birthday to just stream. So, we'll probably just have a bit of a variety stream to kind of just mess around with stuff. There's been a lot of games coming out lately, so it'll be a nice time to kind of just go through all of them, if nothing else. And mess around with a bunch of different games that day. And just kind of have a bit of fun. And plus, we haven't done a variety stream for almost a year now. I can't remember. Wasn't it the 5th year or 6th year anniversary of the channel? Like, back in April, I think was the last one we did. So, yeah, it seems like something we do almost like 2 or 3 times a year. We don't do it too often, but we do them here or there. But anyways, guys, of course, we'll have a video going up soon going over all the weekly stuff once it happens. We're also getting hour shift, so it might be able to get them out a little bit earlier starting soon, just because it's a lot easier to record them at 2 a.m. compared to 3 a.m. I believe this is the last one we'll have to record at 3 a.m. for a couple months, so if nothing else, there's that, which is kind of nice. Because during that whole duration, due to the whole hour shift, basically makes them a whole hour earlier, and quite a bit easier to do it, even though that's still like the dead of night, both those 2 times. That hour shift is still a little bit easier to do it. I'm generally not as tired at that point of the night if I am staying up for it, so normally easier to get them out, and not as many crashes before going into the next day, since I can get to bed a bit earlier after recording it. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys soon. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and thanks for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciated. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching. Floating head